Hello, this is Catherine Dubberly, the Answer Lady. I'm a big fan of Kiss Looms. I greatly enjoy mine, and I am cooperating with Kelly at Kiss Looms to make you a playlist of all the basic techniques that you might ever want to know on all of the looms. So welcome and enjoy.
Let's knit some hats together on our Kiss Looms. You can knit the plain hat, which if this is your first project, I suggest that you do first and then advance to the cabled hat. Do not fall over in a dead faint at looking at this hat. It is in fact a very simple cable. It only looks elaborate. We're going to talk about a very easy way to do a shaped crown that does not involve true decreasing of stitches but does reduce the bulk. I'm going to show you how to knit different sizes using the same loom. What this is a very, very stretchy knit. So although it's not big enough around in appearance to fit an adult head, I've got it stretched out now till it's more than big enough for adults. And what it is we vary the length based on how much we expect to stretch it. Let's look at our stitch gauge. Getting about 3 stitches per inch using a bulky yarn. That's a number 5 yarn. This is the one that I used. This is half acrylic, half wool yarn called ice yarns, and you can get it in this country, though it is made in Turkey, but any similar yarn would do the trick. As I'm sure you are aware, number 5 yarns and all of the numbers cover sort of a range of sizes, and I would say this is near the large end of number 5. Let's see how many ounces of yarn the smaller hat took. Looks like only 3. It did take more than one skein, and these skeins, I'm not seeing that they say, oh, it's 50 grams. So that would not be quite 2 ounces. There are 28 grams to an ounce in round numbers. And the larger hat that would fit a man was still only a little bit over 3. This is an old postal scale from the thrift store, so it may not be perfectly accurate, but it's a help. So arm yourself with at least 4 ounces, I would say, of whatever bulky yarn you have chosen, number 5 yarn, because it's always good to have a little extra. And make sure you're getting a gauge close to 3 stitches per inch. It does not have to be on the nose, but close is pretty important. And set up your loom like this. This is a Kiss modular loom. It's actually 2 of the little 24 stitch looms made into one 48 stitch loom. 48 stitches with worsted weight number 4 yarn is not enough for an adult head circumference, but I've got 4 washers in there. So it knits this bulkier yarn nicely, very nicely in fact, and it also makes it large enough for an adult. I do have another video on making a simple hat for a child with the same loom and setup. The only difference is no washers and worsted weight number 4 yarn. So you may enjoy that one too. If you only have a Kiss small gauge loom, you can still make this design because you can simply add more washers. I think 2 or 3 more are going to be necessary. I used this same yarn for Jack's Aran vest, which is a pattern on my website that you may have seen pictures of. Same exact yarn, but knitted on the small gauge loom because that's the one I had enough pegs on. So let's get started. We'll do this step by step. We'll cast on using the double E-wrap, knit our ribbing together. I'm going to give you 2 options for ribbing. Knit the body of the hat in whatever length is needed, and I'll explain how to figure out what length is needed. You can either make your plain hat or branch out, get brave, and do your cable this time. And then we'll do some crown shaping, and you'll have a beautiful hat in time to wear it this winter.